Wisehub presents 10 interesting explanations for déjà vu. Although déjà vu is a rare occurrence, we are aware of it when it occurs because we are persuaded that the previous time was our own. And sometimes often, it nearly seems as though we know what will happen next. But that strange sensation rapidly passes, and we return to our everyday life. Science has not yet determined the exact cause of déjà vu. Numerous suggestions, nevertheless, have been put out in an effort to explain the peculiar occurrence. Here are 10 of the most fascinating and thought-provoking examples. Number 1. Familiarity-based recognition. Our recognition memory, which comes in the forms of familiarity and remembrance, is used when we recognize a stimulus in our environment. When we recall seeing something that we have already seen, we are said to have recollection memory. When we think we are seeing something familiar but cannot recall ever really seeing it before, the phenomenon of familiarity-based recognition occurs. This could imply that we experience déjà vu when we have a fleeting remembrance of an earlier event. But our memories aren't powerful enough to allow us to remember where we got them. Number 2. Senses and memory mix-up. This idea makes a connection between our sensory views and déjà vu to try to explain it. Research has shown that our memory is context-dependent. This demonstrates how quickly a memory can be triggered by environmental stimuli and aids in the explanation of déjà vu. Our subconscious minds may be prompted to remember a previous instance of the same sound or image by a certain sight or smell. Number 3. Dual processing. Another notion that suggests memory might be misbehaving or employing more sophisticated processing is this one. According to this hypothesis, when we observe something, our brain is also attempting to encode a fresh memory into our long-term memory, giving the impression that we have already experienced it. This brief timing mistake might be the result of a brain defect that affects almost everyone. Number 4. Parallel universe. According to this hypothesis, déjà vu is caused by a crossover into a parallel universe. This means that whatever you are doing when you have a déjà vu, a parallel version of you is doing it in a separate reality at the same time, causing an alignment between the two universes. Number 5. The hologram. According to this view, human memories have an organized frame network since they are created like three-dimensional photographs. This shows that a single ingredient may be able to reconstruct a memory's complete genesis. So, if anything in our environment triggers a recollection of a previous experience, our brain connects the two and creates a hologram of the memory to give us the impression that we are reliving the earlier experience. Number 6. Precognitive dreams. According to this hypothesis, when we feel déjà vu, it means that we have already dreamed about the events that are currently taking place. For instance, you might ride your bike on the same road that you imagined in your dream after having a dream about doing so. As dreaming is not a conscious process, you have a precognitive memory of the route that enables you to recognize it. This explains why, even though we aren't consciously aware of the stimulus, in this case, the road, we nonetheless sense that it is familiar. Number 7. Amygdala. Our fear response to objects in our surroundings is controlled by the amygdala, a little region of our brain. If we think about déjà vu as a brief case of brain malfunction, the amygdala can be used to explain the phenomenon. Our amygdala can trigger a panic reaction if we are put in a situation that is nearly identical to one we have experienced before but has been altered in some way. This could be our sensation of déjà vu because it temporarily confuses us. Number 8. Divided attention. According to this idea, déjà vu happens when we subconsciously recognize an object from our past. This indicates that while our conscious mind does not remember the stimulation, our subconscious mind does. In that instance, experiencing a sense of déjà vu might be the detection of an unconscious message. According to proponents of this hypothesis, we can receive subliminal messages from sources like the internet, television, and social media. Number 9. Reincarnation. Reincarnation is predicated on the idea that we had multiple lifetimes before to entering this one and had no memory of them. By describing the moment as a signal from a previous life, this theory explains the experience of déjà vu. There may be a trigger in the environment that causes the transition of consciousness to happen, such as recognizing a particular stimulus from a previous existence and briefly remembering a past life. Number 10. A glitch in reality. According to this view, déjà vu is a temporary breakdown of our reality, and there is no such thing as time. It's only a made-up convention to create structure and order. The things that we perceive to be the past, present, and future are actually all occurring at once. As a result, when déjà vu strikes, we are merely entering a higher state of awareness where we are capable of having many experiences at once. How do you feel? Which of these hypotheses makes the most sense as a reason for déjà vu? Post your ideas and remarks below. I appreciate you coming. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked this video.